So, I know I haven't been as active on this channel. You guys saw one of the recent uploads about what happened with my main channel and theories and everything. But I thought it was time for another true story / story time video, whatever people want to call it, where I've been thinking about talking about this ever since I mentioned the last true story video, like with the whole marriage equality thing, about a story that happened to me around early 2006. And it is a story that I am still waiting upon answers for. For those who don't know, like, gay rumors have been running rampant for no fucking reason for as long as I can remember. In fact, one part that I'm going to say, I'm going to use a word that I don't normally use, but I'm using it for reference / context there, so you guys will understand. Rumors had been spreading ever since like 7th grade. I don't know why. Everybody looked at me like as a target for bullying and starting shit with back in the day. Even in 8th grade, when I had my first girlfriend, people were still spreading those rumors regardless. In fact, I remember 8th grade, before we moved to where we are now, I was in video productions class, which pretty much they teach you. Let me put the camera a second. Where the school pretty much has teaches you about making videos, stuff like for almost like a school newscast type of thing, like where they'll give updates like saying, hey, here's what happens with school and stuff you need to know about the future, sports, and all that stuff. One guy, I don't remember his name, but I remember we were trying to film some skit or whatever, and you have like a camcorder there, and it had like a microphone and headphone. Like the microphone I think was like wireless, and you have headphones connected to the camera so you can hear what's recorded. And for whatever reason, this guy would just keep fooling around. He would keep holding the mic and like run off. He's like, Zach, you're a fag. Like over and over and over into my ear. For no reason. Just to constantly goof off. He just keeps saying, Zach, you're a fag. Over and over and fucking over. And I still don't know why. Like I said, those rumors just kept spreading over and over. Even when I had my first girlfriend. I think that happened right before my first relationship happened. Can't remember the exact timeline, but early 2006, we finally moved from my last school district over to the city that I'm in now. And when I first got here, I was still in my relationship, even though I moved cities and everything. But I remember kids were acting weirdly around me, talking some weird code and bringing up a name Julio for whatever reason, which did not make sense to me at all. However, it would make sense not too long afterwards thanks to a certain phone call that I got. That certain girlfriend that I had at the time called me and said that she saw my name on a blogging website known as Xanga.com, spelled Xanga. And I thought, I had never heard of this website before. Why would my name be on there? So, got on the computer, looked up the website, and looked up my full name, first and last. And I discovered that somebody was impersonating me on that website and making everybody think I was gay due to all those posts. And the name Julio was brought up because whoever was posting him, he was saying, oh, I'm with some guy named Julio, and all that stuff. And apparently everybody in the new school district that I was in knew about that, but nobody informed me, even though I was confused on what the hell they were talking about. And it took me until I got a call from my now ex-girlfriend, my then girlfriend at the time, to tell me over the phone that she saw those posts and was wondering what in the world was going on. And when my mom called the school and everything, and they checked with the police. Apparently the blog was started by somebody in my old school district. So before I moved, somebody was starting, around the time that I moved or whatever, somebody was making those posts for my old school district, thus slandering my name and giving me a bad reputation already right when I moved to a new school and having a new start and everything, without any real provocation. Reason all this is still a problem is for a couple things. One, I still don't know, about almost 13 years later, who was behind all of it. And two, I have a sneaking suspicion that there was more than one person in on the whole post. Because I remember that exact day that I learned about the whole post, there was some kind of school play or whatever going on back at the middle school that I was in. And whoever was making posts talked about that in the post. So I highly doubt anybody from my old school district knew, because I only had contact with one person back from my old school district, and I did not even tell her about that play or anything. I'm talking about my now ex-girlfriend. So how in the world would anybody know if I never talked to anybody in my old school district after I moved? Clearly, there has been more than one person in on this whole blog post just to keep making posts and everything and slandering my name without me knowing. So to this day, almost 13 years later, I don't know who was behind it or who else was in on it, but I have a pretty safe bet that there was more than one person in on it because of those posts. Because if I don't have contact with anybody who was in my old school district, except for my ex-girlfriend who, like I said, did not know about anything involving what that last post in the blog was made about, how would anybody know what I was doing throughout my day that day? Like, right now, I wish I knew who was in it, because whoever it is, I hate you for it. And I know people are going to say, oh, just let it go. That's not something you forgive. Having your name slandered right after you move to a new school district and trying to have a new start and everything, and trying to make it shit for them for somebody right when they move, not forgivable. I still wish I knew who did it, because I got some choice words for them. And there was the fucking doorbell again. But it's like, I don't know who did it or why. But right before I end this video, I want to say whoever did it, fuck you. Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit.